everyone, and welcome to Your Caribbean News and Culture. I'm Delinda Eiffel. We've got a compact show in store for you this week. First, we are chatting with the nonprofit organization Trinidad and Tobago Joint Action Committee. And if that name sounds familiar to you from watching our show, don't worry, you are not mistaken. During our first season, Secretary Dimitri Traverso and Vice President Haynes Monroe joined our Culture Chat to talk to us about the developing stages of the organization. But that was back in October 2013. Fast forward into March 2014, Trinidad and Tobago Joint Action Committee is progressively making an affirmed impact both locally and in the Caribbean. And here this week to keep us up to date with all the latest philanthropic deeds the organization is involved in is the president of Trinidad and Tobago Joint Action Committee, Allison Traverso. Welcome, such a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
Now, as the president, I'm sure that you experienced such a gratifying feeling to see how far the organization has come thus far. Talk to us about that.
Well, it's been 1 year, March has been a year since we've been together, and yes, we've made quite a great deal of progress. I think when we were here last year, Dimitri and Haynes, they spoke about the children's Christmas party that we were putting together. That came off really well. We had about 140-something children that were registered to attend.
Oh, wow.
But we had a snowstorm that day, and so I think about 50 or 60 children turned up, which was good.
Yeah.
Since then, we've also had Trini Christmas is the best. That was the name of the party, and that was very successful. And we are making strides since then.
Absolutely. Now, your mission is to help enhance the lives of children, specifically in the Caribbean, and you're doing so through the focus of education. Talk to us about why such a focus is important, not just for the children back in the Caribbean, but also for us Caribbean Americans.
Well, we believe that, and many years ago, our then Prime Minister, Dr. Eric Williams, said that the future of our country lies in the book bags of our children. And so, yes, we believe that education is important, and in order for our kids to learn well, we have to give them the tools that they need to do so. And hence the reason why we are putting on this effort that we're doing right now.
Right, and that effort is Operation Backpack, which is an ongoing fundraiser initiated by TTJAC, and it wraps up on April 19th. But talk to us about the overall concept of this fundraiser.
Okay, so our outreach committee, which is headed by Clint Coutain and Deidre, or Suzette Monroe, sorry, they're heading up this committee. And what we are doing is we are collecting backpacks filled with school supplies to ship off to Trinidad. Currently, we are hoping to collect 800 backpacks. We are supporting 2 schools in Trinidad, and we are hoping that by collecting the 800 backpacks, we'll have enough to distribute to both schools, the kids in both schools.
And what are the 2 schools?
The 2 schools are the Kunjal Primary Government School in Barrackpore, Trinidad. That's in South Trinidad. And then the Patna Estate, River Estate Primary School in Diego Martin, which is in West Trinidad. And those 2 schools we are supporting this year. We are collecting the backpacks, and on April 19th, our drive ends for this particular project, after which we'll have the backpacks shipped off to the island.
Okay, and with the drive, you guys have a variety of locations where people can drop off the backpacks. Tell us what those locations are.
Yes, so we have several locations. One of them is the Dorchester YMCA on Washington Street. We have the 4-Star Dance Studio on Blue Hill Avenue, that's upstairs of Stashes. We also have Thomas Construction, which is on Wambeck Street, and we have the Cold Pot Restaurant on Hyde Park Avenue.
Okay.
So those are, and the Silver Slipper Restaurant in Roxbury.
Okay.
So those are the drop-off locations.
All right, and then those are the drop-off locations, and on the April 19th, there's actually an event
Yes.
where people can come, have a good time, but also bring those backpacks.
Yes, so there's no charge to come in, but you bring a backpack filled with school supplies. You have to come with the backpacks filled with school supplies.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Now, I would say that, in my opinion, TTJAC is a unique and innovative nonprofit organization. I feel that the concept of this backpack fundraiser alone, you provide a variety of places which is convenient for people, and you're putting on an event for what Boston Caribbean people like to do, which is party, but you're partying for a good cause.
Yes.
As president, what would you say sets TTJAC aside from all the other nonprofits that are in the community?
Well, first of all, we have a mixture of ages. We have from very young to, well, the not so young. Not so young.
You don't want to offend anyone.
Yes. And I say the very young because we have our children and grandchildren involved.
That's
also.
good.
And so we are different in that area. We are serious about the things that we say we're going to do. And so when we say that we are supporting our schools, we are supporting our schools. We do mean that. And so every dollar that we make in all of our events, it goes back to support one of our causes.
Absolutely, and I think that's important, an important thing to make note to, because you guys are actually sending members of your organization to Trinidad.
Correct.
Talk to us about that.
Correct. So at the end of this drive, we have two of our members that will be meeting the shipment in Trinidad. And then we are making arrangements with the school principals and hopefully to get the Ministry of Education involved just in that aspect to escort us to the schools. And we are personally distributing those backpacks to the students.
That's great.
Yes.
That's a great thing. So
Yes.
it's like that connection. You see
Yes.
where your sources are going to.
Correct.
So this is a huge event that you guys have going on. The year is still young. What's
Yes.
next for TTJAC?
I can't reveal our events just yet, but it's going to be great.
Okay.
We have quite a few fundraisers that are coming. It's just they're still in the planning stages, but I want people to stay tuned because it's going to be exciting. It's going to be something that Boston has never seen.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I agree with that. I
Yes.
bet. I'm looking
Yes.
forward to it. Make sure if you want to do an exclusive reveal, this is the place to do
There we
such.
go.
Well, Mr. Russo, thank you very much for being here. All right, everyone, you can keep informed and up to date with all the events and fundraisers through Facebook. Just search for Trinidad and Tobago Joint Action Committee and make sure to click that thumbs up and like the page. You can also check out their website at www.ttjac.org. And remember, the official Back to School Fundraiser Fete is going down on Saturday, April 19th. So get some backpacks and school supplies together and head out to support a good cause and have a great time. We've got lots more straight ahead. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Separate raw meats from other foods by using different cutting boards. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Hey, everybody. Heart disease affects 1 in every 3 women in America, but you can fight back. There's no time to lose. Mothers, sisters, daughters, families, and friends, it's time to shout louder, stand stronger, and demand change.
Let's go!
To the Batmobile. Dang it.
To the invisible jet! Dang it.
Together, we can put an end to heart disease. It's time to go red for women.
I could use your help.
Learn more from the American Heart Association at www.goredforwomen.org.
Michael Adams?
Here.
Michael Adams?
Here.
Michael Adams.
Michael Adams.
Students who miss 18 days of school in any grade risk falling behind and not graduating. Absences add up. Keep track at boostattendance.org today.
kids will spend 57 minutes making me go splat.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
Welcome back to your Caribbean News and Culture, everyone. I'm Delinda Eiffel. Thanks for staying with us. Joining our culture chat next is a young woman who has taken on the role as a producer, director, and writer. A current student at Emerson College, Sadiqa Francis, has written and will soon direct and produce a short film titled Heaven, which is in brief, it's a story about a Jamaican-American girl who struggles to define the American dream. Sadiqa, welcome. Such a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Now, give us a little bit of your background in terms of what you do at Emerson College.
Well, right now I'm a senior at Emerson College. I'm a film production major, and I'm at my last semester, so I'm graduating soon.
Okay, so what is it how did this whole concept of producing, directing, and writing come up?
Well, I've always been a big fan of music videos, so the love just kind of started from there into feature films, and well, I'm using short films to kind of practice and try to build my way up to features.
Okay, that's great. Now at Emerson, you are doing something called a capstone, is it called?
Yeah.
And that's what led you to produce this short film, Heaven. So talk to us about the concept of a capstone and how that came about.
Well, the BA capstone, it's almost like my thesis project. It's my last huge project before I graduate. It's available to mostly seniors and juniors, but mostly seniors in my particular class.
Okay, now Heaven is the name of the short film. And tell us what it's about and how you came up with the concept of Heaven. Because Heaven, to my understanding, is the name of the main character.
Yes. So
what led you to title her Heaven, and how did you come up with just the storyline, the script?
Okay, I read this New York Times article called "In New York, having a job or two doesn't mean that you have a home." So basically,
I think it applies to anywhere, not just New York.
So basically told the story of many women, particularly African American women, who are working 2 jobs in the city while living at homeless shelters. Many of them had jobs as home health aides, bank tellers, security guards, etc., and they still weren't able to provide themselves with means of living.
So that's what gave you the inspiration for
Yes.
this. Okay. Now, talk to us about what Heaven actually is about, the short film.
Okay, Heaven is about a Jamaican-American girl whose parents moved back to Jamaica after they discover that it's too difficult for them to live in New York in their retirement years. So they both move back to Jamaica, where their dollar is worth more, they can live more comfortably, which leaves Heaven in America by herself trying to finish her education. So while she's struggling to finish her education, she finds herself homeless while working 2 jobs and going to school, trying to figure out a way how to get out of her circumstances.
Okay. Now, does the story have any symbolism to your personal life at all?
I would say in a way, because I'm definitely a Jamaican-American. I identify as an African-American with Jamaican parents, and I very rarely see stories that I can relate to.
Absolutely.
And also can also relate to kind of having to struggle to gain my education. So I identify in those ways.
Absolutely. Now, are you still casting for the roles, or has that process been completed?
Actually, we've casted all the roles
so far.
Congratulations.
Yes. That's great. Okay, good. Now, when is the screening taking place?
The screening will take place on May 10th. It's going to be at Paramount Theater, Bright Family Screening Room at 6 p.m., I believe.
Okay, and that is in May?
That is in May.
So
May
now,
10th.
Is that open to the public, or?
I'm not sure actually, but I believe if you go to emerson.edu and you search Bright Family Screening Room, all of the events should come up.
Okay, now all the work that you put into this, you did it obviously for, in essence, a core a requirement for school. Now, do you think that you would, put it on DVD or something, or put it on the web that people can see it after the date?
Yeah, I think I'll probably put it up on my Vimeo account.
Okay,
so
good.
if you Google Sadiqa Francis Vimeo, it should pop right up.
Okay, so that would be great. So what's next for you?
I just applied to grad school.
Oh, great.
NYU, and if I get into there, I'll be going there in the fall semester.
Okay. And would you be continuing to pursue film and production and directing and whatnot?
Yes, my major would be film production.
Okay, that's great. Well, all the best for the short film Heaven, and all the best in your future endeavors.
Thank you
so much for being here. All right, everyone, it's now time for a segment that we call Community Capture. All right, so keeping up with our new monthly tradition to capture a major moment or highlight from someone in our local community, this month's Community Capture is music artist Cav Bernah, who recently released his music video to the song Sac Passe, which is off his Hollywood music album, and the video was actually shot in Haiti. Let's check it out.
Right here? All right. Have a nice day.
Put on my frames next, and you could get strung up. You wanna disrespect? Vacating little Haiti. Now I'm in real Haiti. Corteo Papas is so late for something to act shady. You see my people here, well, for me. Mbala konye koko rat mbala feza me. I'm trying to make it here and put my people on. Earthquake ain't move nothing, know my people strong. And we back here, better than last year. All I'm trying to do is bring some stacks there. Hollywood to Haiti, they call me Black Magic. Where the standard is, you could get hit up with a matic. Yo, tu sais passer, vas-y na boule. Yo, tu sais passer, vas-y na boule. Yo, tu sais passer, vas-y na boule. Allez nous vivre, aïe c'est moi, aïe c'est moi, aïe c'est moi. Allez nous vivre, aïe c'est moi, aïe c'est moi, aïe c'est moi. Allez nous vivre, aïe c'est gagné. You wanna talk shit? I parle caca. You could get a call and get out shit, on fait noir. See, the point is to get my shine on. Even a lump of coke could turn into a diamond. You got a good spot, but got the time wrong. Natural hustler, so we get our grind on. I got a lot of things I keep my mind on. You got the blueprint, but the whole design wrong. Funny cats talking, I call a lungy shot. See your bossy spun, kangle yo kaku cravat. My president is black, got it on baga. Haiti brand diggy calling me a jasora. Yo tu sais passer, vas-y na boule. Yo tu sais passer, vas-y na boule. Yo tu sais passer, vas-y na boule. Allez nous vivre, aïe c'est moi, aïe c'est moi, aïe c'est moi. Allez nous vivre, aïe c'est moi, aïe c'est moi, aïe c'est moi. Allez nous vivre, aïe c'est gagné. On va baiser parler, on va baiser crier, qu'elle est oubliée. Aïe c'est moi, on va baiser parler, on va baiser crier, qu'elle est oubliée. Aïe c'est moi. All right, let me double that.
All right, that was Cav Bernah, y'all, our community capture for the month. Great song and great video. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
You're on your way to meet up with friends, but you can't seem to get anywhere quickly. You don't want your friends to be annoyed, so you text. You're on your way. "5 seconds is the average time your eyes are off the road while texting while driving. Make sure you get where you're going.
Will spend 15 minutes watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Welcome back, everyone. That's all the time we have this week. Special thanks to my guests, the president of Trinidad and Tobago Joint Action Committee, Allison Traverso, and producer, director, and writer of the short film Heaven, Sadiqa Francis. That's all the time we have, and I can't go without thanking my wonderful BNN Studio B crew, and of course, thank you all at home for watching. Catch the repeat of our show Saturday and Sunday morning at 10:30. I'm Delinda Eiffel. Take care.